does this number belong to Tyler's mom, Beth?
Who's this?
I'd totally appreciate if you didn't answer my question with a question, okay? Thanks. Answer my question, now.
Isn't it usually considered polite to tell someone who you are before making aggressive demands when messaging a complete stranger out of the blue?
Huh?
Who are you?
Holy heck, you really are something else. I'm Cindy, your son's girlfriend.
Huh? My son?
Well, to be more specific, I'm actually his ex-girlfriend. But that's your son's fault. Allow me to explain what I mean.
Okay. I'm really not sure what you mean by my son.
What? Do you need me to say his name again? Tyler. Tyler. Your son, Tyler.
And did this son of mine do something to you?
Yes, he did something super duper horrible to me. He used me, tricked me, deceived me, then tossed me aside when he was done with me like some piece of garbage, like some pawn in his sick game. I'm the poor victim who got chewed up and spat out by your son's marriage scam.
Marriage scam?
Your son tricked me into paying him $150,000 as part of some twisted marriage scam.
My son, Tyler, $150,000?
That's what I just said, isn't it? You're his mom, so you must be getting some money from him, right? That's why you need to take responsibility for what he did and make this right.
Responsibility?
Yes, I am telling you to show some sincerity and good faith by way of apology for your son's despicable behavior towards me.
Could you be more specific?
Give me back the $150K he swindled me out of. If you do, I'll consider this whole thing settled and am very kindly willing to not take him to court. Also, I'm pregnant, so you need to take responsibility for that, too.
You're pregnant? I'm just asking this to make sure, but you wouldn't joke about something as serious as my son Tyler getting you pregnant, would you?
Give me a break, like I joke about that. If anything, it seems like I'm the only one taking this seriously. Tyler promised me we were going to get married. I figured if we were going to end up getting married and spending the rest of our lives together, it wouldn't be a big deal for me to lend him the $150K he was asking for. But in spite of that, the moment I told him I was pregnant, he blurts out, "Not my problem," and runs away like some sniveling coward with his tail between his legs.
Wow.
If he agrees to give me back my $150K and be a daddy to this baby growing inside of me, I won't take him to court for marriage scamming me, and I'll agree to marry him. This isn't going away unless you play ball with me, so you better start taking what I'm saying seriously. Think of it this way. If you work with me on this, all of your problems will disappear in a heartbeat. Isn't that an attractive offer? Besides, Beth, this will be your first grandson. From your point of view, I don't think this is a bad offer at all.
The thing is, Cindy, there is no way my Tyler could possibly have done any of the things you're accusing him of.
Is this where you start blabbering about how my son would never do such a thing? You obviously don't know him very well if you think he's some angel who could do no wrong. I get why you want to tell yourself that, but this is reality. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. I am the victim of his scheme, and as much as you'd like to tell yourself otherwise, I do actually exist. I'm not a dream, and I'm not a ghost. This is reality. That's why you'll be making sure that jerk Tyler takes full responsibility for everything he did to me. I want the $150K he stole from me back, and his hand in marriage. And I ain't budging on this, so don't even try to negotiate or worm your way out on his behalf, because you'll only make things worse for yourself.
I'm sure you can understand that this is all very sudden for me. I need some time to talk things through with my husband. I take it that won't be a problem for you? I'm absolutely certain this is a case of mistaken identity, but it seems like you've been through a rough time of it lately, so let me get definite confirmation so you can move on and go after whoever it was who really hurt you.
And I'm absolutely certain I have the right person, but fine. Once your little family meeting's over, I'll be waiting for my $150K and my wedding. Speak soon.
Vince, I am sorry to bug you while you're away on business like this. There is something I need to discuss with you urgently.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm currently in the bus en route to the hotel, so I wasn't busy anyway. What's up? Is everything okay?
Listen, someone messaged me out of the blue. Supposedly Tyler scammed some girl out of $150K with some kind of marriage scam, as well as getting her pregnant.
Excuse me? A marriage scam? Pregnancy? Tyler?
Some girl called Cindy messaged me all of a sudden.
Surely it's just some kind of prank. I've heard about this kind of thing on the news before. They call a bunch of people with some dramatic story, citing a random name until they find someone who matches. Tyler couldn't possibly do something like that in the first place. Even if it's not a prank, maybe she's making some kind of misunderstanding. In any case, there's absolutely no way what she's saying is true. At least not with our Tyler.
Right, I'm with you 100%. I try to see the best in people, so I'd like to think she's making some kind of misunderstanding. But the thing is, I don't know anyone called Cindy, and I have no idea how she got my number or knows Tyler's name. I supposed she could have tried her luck with hundreds of people before me, but it still kind of feels too oddly specific to be a random prankster. To tell you the truth, Vince, I'm scared.
Right? It must have given you quite a shock to get bombarded with all that stuff.
Does the name Cindy ring any bells to you?
Nope, nothing. I don't know anyone named Cindy.
I see.
Right, first things first. I'm gonna come home tomorrow. It's probably an overreaction, but I think you should take Tyler and get away from the house for tonight, just in case.
Right, you're right. If Cindy knows this much, she might know where we live, too. I'll call my dad and have him pick us up and take him to my folks' place.
Yeah, good idea. Also, I don't think you should reply to her anymore until we get a better idea of what's actually going on here.
You're right. I'll think about how to proceed from here while keeping an eye on things and seeing how this all plays out. All right, I'm gonna make the preparations for mine and Tyler's emergency evacuation.
Great. If anything happens, you have to let me know immediately.
Thanks, Vince. You're my rock. I'll be in touch when we get to my folks' place.
Be careful.
Hey, Beth? How did last night's family meeting go? I've been waiting for you to message me for ages. What the heck's going on? Do you have any idea how anxious you made me? I've done nothing but worry after what your jerk of a son did to me, and now you're making my head even worse. I was so anxious I cried all night. Look, don't you feel guilty about what you did to me? Hurry up! I want my $150K and my wedding! Hey! Hurry up! I sent you a picture of me crying, god damn it! Do you have no heart? How can you ignore the fact that your evil son took advantage of a poor, vulnerable young woman for his own financial gain? You're a disgrace to all mothers. Hurry up and tell Tyler to give me back my $150K and put a goddamn ring on my finger. Beth, you better quit ignoring me right now. Is it any wonder Tyler grew up into the kind of guy who makes girls cry with a mother like you? If you keep dragging this out, my patience and kindness will wear thin, and it won't be $150K you owe me, but $250K. Also, I'll demand the wedding be held abroad on a luxurious tropical island. Is that what you want? For me to increase my demands? Hurry up and drag that scumbag Tyler out of hiding pronto.
Vince, I finally found out Cindy's true identity.
Seriously?
Yep, and that's not all. I also know who she means by Tyler.
Oh?
I want to tell you everything in detail. Do you think maybe you could stop off at my folks' place on the way home from work?
I'll be there!
Hey, I am freaking serious here. Stop ignoring me.
Sorry I kept you waiting, Cindy.
Aha, there you are. You kept me waiting for a whole 3 days. That's it. You leave me no choice but to up the stakes to $250K and a foreign wedding.
Listen, Cindy, here's the thing. Tyler is a 2-year-old girl.
Huh?
The reason I'm so late getting back to you is because I wanted to take some measures to ensure my daughter's safety before I did, so please find it in your heart to forgive me. As for your claim, I wish you would have done a more thorough investigation before bombarding me with your threatening messages.
What are you talking about?
You extracted my phone number out of one of my friends, didn't you?
Huh? One of your friends?
I got a message from her. She told me she gave you my number because you approached her outside kindergarten and fed her your nonsense story about Tyler, my 2-year-old, owing you settlement money. She asked me if I ended up getting any messages from you.
Wait, those moms having an idle chit-chat outside the kindergarten were your friends?
Yes. I told her I had no recollection of anything involving settlement money and that she shouldn't blindly accept suspicious stories involving large sums of money owed to strangers, especially when they involve giving out my private information. But then it dawned on me. She was talking about you, wasn't she, Cindy? When I showed her the photo you sent me, she said it was you, beyond any shadow of a doubt. When I asked in more detail about what exactly happened, she said you approached her just around the time they were all talking about the fact that I was planning on buying Tyler that $15 toy aeroplane that's in all the TV commercials right now for her 3rd birthday.
Wait, what? $15? Not $150,000?
Right.
The aeroplane is a toy? Not a real airplane?
Right, of course. My husband's a huge radio communications and aviation geek, and thanks to him, Tyler's really into planes right now.
What the hell is going on here? That's not my Tyler.
Right, of course she isn't. I'm repeating myself now, but my Tyler is a 2-year-old girl.
I wanted to find Tyler to get my revenge on him for what he did to me. And while I was walking around the neighborhood where the kindergarten is, I overheard some people talking about a Tyler whose mom was going to buy him a $150,000 airplane for his birthday. It sounded like they were talking about a super rich family, and I kept hearing the name Tyler, so I put 2 and 2 together, and I thought it was the scumbag who tricked me.
I see. So the harassment you've been subjecting me to over the last few days was all the result of a misunderstanding you made after mishearing something while walking around town?
I misheard them? Oh my God.
The Tyler you're referring to was your male friend and classmate from back when you were attending college in Seattle, wasn't he? The pampered, spoiled son of a very rich family?
Yes, but wait, how do you know all this?
I think the Tyler you're looking for used to live in our neighborhood.
Really?
I came from out of town, so I didn't know the family personally, but according to what the neighbors tell me, he got a job with a major Japanese YouTube manga company straight after graduating college and hasn't even been in the States for the last 5 years.
What? He left 5 years ago?
Supposedly, he used to come back to visit his family, but hasn't been home at all in the last 2 years, what with everything that's been going on in the world lately. Which means it's safe to say the possibility of you being pregnant with his child is precisely 0.
What?
Which begs the question, what on earth were you trying to accomplish by bombarding me with all of this talk of marriage scams and pregnancy?
I've had it with you. Fine, you're right. Well done, Beth. You figured me out. It was all a lie.
I knew it.
But you should know this is still all Tyler's fault. No matter how much poetry or how many love letters I left in his mailbox, he didn't even have the basic decency to reply to me. No, scratch that. He wouldn't even look at me. And what's worse, he even had the nerve to start dating another girl from our class. The most horrible part of it was she wasn't even nearly as pretty as I am. Don't you think that's horrible?
That's a difficult question to answer given that I wasn't there and don't know the circumstances.
But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get him off my mind. Then I remembered how I heard his family home was in your neighborhood one time during class back when I was at college. So I rode 6 hours on the bus to pay him a little visit. But then, what I thought was a piece of blessed fortune, that little tidbit of information I happened across when I heard the moms gossiping outside the kindergarten was actually a different Tyler all along. I can't believe it.
But listen, Cindy, how was anyone ever possibly going to believe any of this nonsense about marriage scams and pregnancies when you hadn't seen each other in over 5 years?
Well, that's simple. Tyler can't handle his alcohol, so I was just going to play it off like we hooked up one night when he was wasted and he didn't remember it.
Wow, I'm at a loss for words. This goes beyond a simple misunderstanding. You're dangerous.
Shut your goddamn mouth, old lady.
By the way, Cindy, word has it you've been reported to the police.
The police? Wait, what?
You're outside my house right now, right? I just got a text from one of the neighbors saying they called the cops because they saw a suspicious girl crouched in the bushes with a pair of binoculars outside my house.
Whoa. Why would they do that? No. You need to explain to the cops that this is all a huge misunderstanding. I didn't break any laws.
I'm pretty sure making threats and trying to blackmail people is, in fact, against the law, Cindy. Despite the fact this ultimately turned out to be an outrageous case of mistaken identity based on a misunderstanding, doesn't mean it was any less scary for me. If my friend hadn't messaged and explained what was going on, I'd still be none the wiser to the truth and most likely be living in terror of what might happen to me and my daughter. I suggest you have a nice, friendly chat with the police and calm yourself down. And count yourself lucky if you get off with nothing but a warning this time.
No, I don't want to talk to the cops. What the hell do you think you're doing?
My daughter and I spent the majority of this saga at my parents' house as refugees. When it was finally time to go home after everything had blown over, when I arrived at the house, I was dismayed to find all of my plant pots smashed into little pieces, and the front door covered in shoe marks that made it seem as though someone had been kicking it repeatedly with quite some force. Luckily, we have a door camera, and something tells me you won't be surprised to hear whose rage-contorted face we found on the footage. We swiftly handed the whole recording in at the police station alongside the chat logs of all her threats against me. When I did, without revealing any details, the sheriff told me she was already under investigation for another crime. The police worked their magic, and before Cindy knew it, she was behind bars. Even though it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity in the end, I still felt a strange sense of relief when I heard the news. Vince and I decided to take Tyler and move out of town, just to be safe. Fortunately, Cindy's parents seemed normal, and they agreed to cover all the costs. Me and Father were at her wits' end. We disowned and kicked her out after her third arrest, thinking it would be for her own good in the long run. How wrong we were, is what the message I got from her mom said. Who would have thought something as simple as my daughter's name could have led to such an absurd sequence of events? Reality really is stranger than fiction. But at least now, we finally have peace and quiet, and more importantly, peace of mind.
Hey, Carl, you there? Where the hell are you, for God's sake? I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Is everything okay? We scheduled that meeting with both our parents tomorrow. Don't say you forgot about that. We confirmed the schedule the other day just in case. You're not in some kind of trouble, are you? I got a call from your mom today, too. She was saying she couldn't get a hold of you at all. She was really worried. I think she was texting you every 10 minutes. Where the hell are you? You know your parents live really far away. It was also hard for them to get a connecting flight here. They took the time and trouble to come out here to meet us. The least you can do is contact them and put them at ease. Come on, Carl, what's the deal? I'm sure you know, but we're meeting at 11 p.m. at the Italian restaurant on 5th Street. You know the place. We had dinner there last month. Don't be late. I'll be outside waiting for you just in case. You better show up, Carl. Don't be late. I mean it. And wear that gray suit like we discussed. Carl, come on, answer me. Where the hell are you? I thought I told you to be here. It's way past 11. It's almost noon. We couldn't wait any longer, so we already ordered. Where the hell are you? What's up? Did something happen? Are you in trouble or something? Is your phone out of order? I got a hold of your coworker and he tells me you've been coming to work every day. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. You worked yesterday and went home at the usual time, according to him. You do know I've been sending you text messages. It's all been saved. Check your incoming text record. You must be seeing it, right? If you don't have an issue with your Line app, I would really appreciate it if you would contact me. I'm sure folks feel the same way, so please, everyone is super worried.
Oh, hey, that you, Brenda? I see you've been texting me all morning. I forgot to charge it last night. Sorry about that.
Carl, where have you been? We've been worried sick.
I've been right here. Been a while, huh?
Been a while? Are you out of your mind? You sound like you just woke up or something. Why the devil may care attitude? I sent you countless messages. You haven't forgotten what day it is, have you? Both our parents are here at the Italian restaurant. We scheduled this meeting months ago.
Pardon me? The Italian what? Why are you having Italian now? Are you at the place on 5th Street? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. What an idiot.
I sent you a Line message yesterday. By the sound of it, you haven't read it. I don't believe this. What's wrong with you, Carl?
I'm sorry. What can I say?
Where the hell are you right now? What were you doing all this time? I've never known you to be this forgetful.
Let's see. How should I put this? I finished work, then I met up with some buddies. And then we ended up at my friend's place and we started drinking there, which lasted until maybe 7 a.m. or so.
Hang on. What? You were drinking with your buddies? You guys were up until 7 a.m. drinking? Do you have some sort of mental defect, Carl?
Yeah, well, what can I say? They just wouldn't take no for an answer. You know, this getting married and all, I figured it would be the last time. You know, night out with the guys.
Is that why you couldn't contact us? You were too drunk? Is that the reason for making us all worry? Really?
Yeah, well, not only that, but I was busy at work too. Been doing a lot of overtime. I have the big project we're working on. Yeah, it's really stressful. If you're talking about now, well, I was drinking with my buddies. I got a lot going on. Do I really have to explain all this to you right now?
So what time are you going to get here? Everyone is waiting for you. We already ordered coffee, but we can have coffee when you get here. If you get here, that is.
Huh? Get where? I'm not going anywhere.
The meeting with our parents? What? Are you still drunk?
Oh, yeah, about that. Got super throbbing headache at the moment. You know what, Brenda? Can we just cancel that? I really don't think I can make it. Anyway, I would have to get up, shower, shave, and change. Catch a cab there. I'll never make it.
Huh? Am I hearing you right? Back up a bit, would you? You're not coming? Is that what you're saying?
We drank until morning, and I'm super tired. I haven't slept a wink, and this hangover is killing me. And I'm ready to throw up. So, sorry about this, but apologize to our folks for me, would you?
What the hell are you talking about, Carl? Everyone is already here. We're all waiting on you for God's sake. Your folks flew in from the East Coast. They finally got a connecting flight here.
Come on, Brenda. Relax. No need to get all hot under the collar. There's plenty of time later. It doesn't have to be today. Just reschedule. We'll do it next week or something, no problem.
Are you serious? What do you think this is? This is really important to me. We're talking about us getting married.
Oh yeah, did we reserve a private room at the restaurant? I'll pay for that later on, so... And the whole bill, it's on me. No need to worry about that. What do you say? Everything good to go, huh?
I don't care if you pay or not. That's not what I'm saying.
Come on, Brenda, you're really giving me a splitting headache right about now. I'd rather not hear it. And like I said, my stomach is acting up and don't want to see last night's dinner. I bet it's just you and your mom anyways, am I right? Just have a nice lunch with her, why don't you?
What? Yeah, she really wanted to meet you. See you in person. I only had good things to say about you, so she wanted to check you out herself. She'll be disappointed.
I'm doing you a favor, Brenda. I'm marrying someone from a not-so-well-to-do family. You should actually be grateful to me. Just do as I say and let this go, would you?
Pardon me? That really wasn't called for. How could you say that? Are you saying I'm poor? Just because I'm from a single-parent home doesn't make me some sort of pauper that needs a handout. I want you to apologize.
No need to get all steamed up about it, Brenda. Just cancel the damn meeting for today. Reschedule it, would you? You're there at the restaurant now. Make another appointment for next week or something. My friends and I are too wasted to even get out of bed. No way I'm making it over there anytime soon. So please, take care of it. Let's talk about this later, huh?
You have no intention of coming today. Is that final?
Don't go psycho on me now. What's the big deal anyways? You know what? I'm about to conk out again. I can hardly keep my damn eyes open. The meeting has been terminated. It's no more. Loud and clear? Tell my folks and your mom to rest up and we'll do this again another day. Simple. Am I getting my point across to you?
Yeah, if that's the way you want it. Loud and clear, Lord and Master. That was an important day for me, and I hope you will take responsibility for ruining everything. And you will, I assure you.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Can I go now? Hey Brenda, how you doing? Sorry about the other day. Let's reschedule the meeting we were supposed to have a few days ago. What do you say, huh? Did you make that reservation at the Italian place, or did you change venues?
Reschedule? What are you talking about? That was a few days ago. You didn't show up, remember?
Oh, come on, Brenda. The parents' meeting we're supposed to reschedule. You know, the meeting where our parents are supposed to meet before we get married. Haven't had your morning coffee yet, I see. Unlike your mom, who is a single mom, according to you. On the other hand, my dad runs his own business, so he's super busy. Just hope he has the time. What's your mom do? Part-time at the supermarket? Anyway, I hope my dad can work it into his schedule.
Oh, really? Yeah, busy dad. He told me all about it. Good to know. I finally understand why my mom insisted that I not reveal who she really is during the meeting. That there was plenty of time to do it later.
Right. What the hell are you talking about? Reveal what? That she's a cashier? Come on, Brenda, makes sense, would ya? Just cut to the chase.
My mother also runs her own business.
Wait a second. So, are you saying your mom has her own company? That she's, what, the president of a company?
Yes, she's the current CEO of Trend International. I'm sure you've heard of it. I mean, you work with them, is what I heard.
Hang on a second, Trend International? You can't be serious, not that Trend International. Come to think of it, you guys do have the same last name. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Yeah, well, it's a pretty common last name, so maybe you didn't put two and two together. But to be honest, I thought you worked it out. Guess I was wrong about you. In more ways than one, it turns out. Trend International does business with your company. You're one of their major clients, if I'm correct, and I hear you're the account manager, is that right?
Yeah, well, I was the project.
But you don't seem to be doing a very good job. At least that's what I hear. Screwed up some major deals several months ago.
Where'd you hear that? That deal was not under my supervision. That was...
You apparently tried to seduce a rep from Trend International on that project last month. It got so hard that she was subsequently replaced with a male rep. That's what I heard. Not a very good look, to say the least. But you didn't learn your lesson, did you? Every time you visited the Trend headquarters, you would try to pick up on the receptionist. Did you know that there were many complaints to the HR department about your antics, Carl? So don't try to deny it. But one young woman got snared in your little sweet-talking trap. You canceled that meeting a few days ago and went on a little 3-day romp with your newfound bedfellow. What was her name? Was it Sarah Conway by any chance? Says here she's 28 years old, currently front desk receptionist at Trend International. And also she's been at her position for over 2 years.
Huh? How'd you know that? Who told you about her? That's confidential, you know?
You also know that she's married, right? Well, it seems Sarah's not too shy about having all kinds of lovers despite being married. Yes, Carl, she's married. Or did you already know that? She was telling all her coworkers about you and your little sexual escapades. As a matter of fact, she seemed to relish telling everyone about her romantic exploits.
Why the hell did she go and do that, for God's sake?
That rumor spread throughout the office and finally reached my mom, the CEO of Trend International. That was a few days before that meeting we were supposed to have, and which you failed to show up. She prepared some simple business cards just for the meeting, cards that don't indicate her CEO status, mind you. She wanted to see your reaction when she met you, see if you would lie through your teeth, which I imagine would probably have been the case. And we know how that turned out. You canceled and went on your little love fest and didn't show. There was really no need for her to meet you. She knew right then and there what kind of person you were. A despicable scoundrel is what she perceived you to be.
Hold on a second. Before you continue, where did you even hear that I went on a trip with Sarah?
She's been uploading all kinds of photos on Instagram.
Instagram? The social media app for photos and videos?
Yeah, my mom has an account too. So she found your page when you were having fun at some ritzy resort somewhere. Sarah was uploading photos saying it was a trip with her girlfriends, but for some reason, you always seem to appear in the background of every photo.
Oh, I told her not to upload those photos, for God's sakes. She was always snapping pictures and uploading them. I told her not to take any of me.
My mom even checked when the photos were taken, and lo and behold, the exact same time as the meeting. Who would have thought? What they can do nowadays is simply amazing. That's when we all determined that you were the good-for-nothing scoundrel we all suspected. I made my decision right then and there. No marriage for me, thank you. I don't want anything more to do with you.
Come on, Brenda, scoundrel, really? That's going a bit too far, don't you think? And the photos, that could possibly be someone else. Someone that just looks just like me. What's the big deal? You want to break up just for that? Come on, grow up, Brenda. This is just a little fling. It won't affect our marriage.
I told you about how Sarah blabbed about everything. Are you saying that's not enough proof? It's not only that. My mom says she's going to show me later today, but apparently she has an infinite amount of evidence of your cheating and bad behavior.
You're kidding me, right? Did she hire a private eye or something? You trapped me, that's what you did.
Anyways, we were never really officially engaged. It was just all a verbal agreement, and we never had any physical relationship to speak of. So, rest assured, I don't plan on getting a cent from you. Although I did talk to our lawyer and he said I could pursue some sort of legal process, but I decided against it.
Really? I appreciate that.
But you're forgetting Sarah. She's married and her husband is not all that happy about what you did. I would be surprised if he didn't hire a lawyer and made you pay for ruining his marriage. That's what most people would do given the circumstances.
Oh shit, he's hiring a lawyer? Has he already retained one? Do you know him?
You better ask him. I don't have anything to do with it. I recommend you pay your dues, Carl.
Damn it, are you serious? I can't afford this. What am I gonna do? Oh, what a friggin' mess.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one important point. Maybe you better sit down first. Her father, David Conway? I was informed that he's your immediate boss. Is that right? The story goes that he was a project manager last year and met his wife while visiting Trent International.
No way, that can't be right. He's Sarah's husband? Do you realize that Mr. Conway is related to the president? His nephew or something? He could be CEO someday. He could get me fired on the spot if he wanted.
My God, Carl, you sure got a lot on your plate. I really wouldn't want to be in your shoes right about now.
Well, that's what the devil-may-care attitude. I'm up shit's creek for sure. Why is everything stacked against me, for God's sakes?
Hey, did I mention that I don't care? I told you I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Figure it out for yourself, Carl. I terminated this relationship. Have you already forgotten? Why should I care what some stranger thinks or does?
Come on, Brenda. Don't be like that. Help me out here. Please forgive me. I was not thinking straight. I should have been there for you. I should have gone to the meeting. My bad. You're the only one in this world that I love. Please, give me another chance. I promise you I will never cheat on you again. I swear to God, cross my heart and hope to die. So please, I'm pleading with you, Brenda. Please help me out here. What am I gonna do from now on? Brenda, please! I just got fired from my job. Can you believe it? I'm out of a job. What the hell am I gonna do?
Ugh, not you again, Carl. I was sure you were gone from my life. Why'd you have to contact me again? I thought I said I wanted nothing more to do with you. I thought I'd clean my hands of you. I finally found time to relax and think about my future, and you have to ruin everything. You're really good at ruining things, you know that, Carl?
But I had nobody else to turn to. You're the only person left in my life. My folks completely cut me off. They want nothing to do with me. They were furious that I didn't show up to that meeting and then all that followed. I tried apologizing, but I just wouldn't listen.
Yeah, well, you had it coming. Take it like a man, Carl. I mean, think about it. You seduced the receptionist at one of your top customers, and then it turns out that this receptionist is your boss's wife. I mean, come on. What did you think would happen?
But I had no idea. How was I supposed to know? It's not like I planned it this way.
That's your problem. Carl, you never plan anything. But you did know that she was married. That alone makes you culpable.
But why did I have to lose my job? I mean, come on. I was pretty good at it. They could have at least had me transferred to some affiliate or something. But outright fired? Why?
So, what do you want? Why'd you text me? I'm not doing anything for you, Carl. I told you that. And that's final. I really don't have time for this. Stop mucking around for Pete's sake.
I had all this time on my hands and I just got to thinking. Maybe there was a reason why I was fired. Maybe it's a chance of some kind. A chance to redeem myself. It's God's way of saying, go for it, Carl. You got what it takes. Like he's telling me to take this chance.
Chance? What are you talking about?
Your mom's company, Trend International. I'll take over on her behalf. What do you say?
I think I'm ready to check out. I know God's talking to you and all, but have you totally lost it? Why would you even think that?
Just think about it. You're working in a completely different field, right? You have no plans or any desire to become the company's CEO, right?
No, I have no such intention. You're right about that.
Well then, that makes everything so much easier. I was in charge of several accounts of Trend International, as you probably know, which means I know this business inside and out. I know the people in charge and how the entire business structure works. Long story short, you and I get married and I take over as CEO and the company is headed towards success. Pretty good, huh? This is a chance of a lifetime.
You really must have come down with something. Maybe you should see a doctor. You know, the type that examines your brain. Or maybe God's just giving you bad advice.
I'm fine. What are you talking about?
As for the next in line to take over as CEO, there's already 2 highly eligible candidates ready in the wings to take over. You're probably asking who? I bet you want to know. Actually, I don't know, but I know that it's still a long way off. There's plenty of time to decide. They're going to prove themselves for the next few years. It's not as easy as just taking over. They have to demonstrate their abilities in the coming years, and the best man will be chosen to take over as CEO of Trend International. That's how things are done in business, Carl. You can't just be handed an important position like that. You have to earn it.
Huh? Sounds like a useless, long, drawn-out process. If you and I marry, I can take over the business, no problem.
Am I getting this right? What did I just say? You think if you married the president's daughter that you would automatically become the company's CEO?
Yeah, sounds like the prudent thing to do. No need for all the fuss. I have experience with Trend International. I know the ins and outs and have the connections. What more do you want?
My mom doesn't want a fake ornamental person in that position.
Fake? Ornamental? Are you insinuating that I would be some kind of decoration? That I would be a king with no clothes?
Exactly. She doesn't want some self-important guy with mediocre business skills to be lounging in the presidential office acting as though he's earned the right. She wants someone with charisma, someone with the skill to motivate the employees, someone with a sound business mind, not a deadbeat like you.
But I could.
And most importantly, not some guy who would cheat on his fiancée and have an affair with a married woman. And the fact that you knew she was married and seduced her, anyway, I mean, how low can you get? I want nothing to do with you, and neither does my mom. Which means Trend International.
Come on, Brenda, give me a break, would you, please? I'm in a real jam right now. I don't have money, but then I get this letter from Conway's lawyer demanding payment for damages. What's more, Sarah got divorced and had nowhere to go, so now she's living with me. She lost her job at Trend International, too. We're both out of a job. How are we supposed to live? She also got taken for all she had, so she got completely cleaned out. Our future looks totally bleak, and I mean bleak as hell. You've got to help us out, Brenda.
You guys are really in a super tight spot, but like I keep saying, what the hell does this have to do with me?
Huh? How can you say that? We were gonna get married. We hit it off once. Let's try again. One last chance, please, Brenda.
Goodbye, Carl.
Wait, Brenda, please.
I immediately blocked him after that. I really should have done it way sooner. It was like I peeked into a deep black hole of despair, like I was going to get sucked right in. And I also still felt a little frightened. I mean, he was pretty frantic the last time we talked. I always found myself looking over my shoulder whenever I went out, thinking he might pop up from around the corner at any time. I talked to my boss at the office about my predicament, and he suggested I take a position at one of their branch offices in another state. But what really piqued my interest is that they even had a company dormitory available. So, after some thought, I took up his offer. It was pretty hectic, but I packed up all my meager belongings and finally moved in the other day. Fortunately, it seems I was saved in the nick of time. A friend informed me that Carl came to my old apartment and started banging on my door late at night. Apparently had a little too much to drink. I was long gone, so the place was totally empty, but that didn't deter him one bit. He climbed onto the second-floor veranda and broke in, smashing the glass in the process. As you can imagine, the neighbors called the cops thinking it was a burglar, and he was caught red-handed and hauled away to jail. I thought he would just be released to his parents or something, but it turns out he was thrown into some sort of facility. Not exactly a prison, but close. Just hope that place knocked some sense into him.
Hey, Iris. Do you have a moment to talk?
Right now? Sure. What's going on?
Well, this has to do with the trip we're taking starting tomorrow. Nadia is going to be coming along with us.
What? Nadia's going to be coming along with us on this trip?
That's right. After talking with Nadia yesterday about the trip we planned to take, she told me she wanted to go along with us as well. So I invited her along to join us on this fun family trip.
Wait. What do you mean you just invited her along? You saying it so casually like that is a huge problem. Tomorrow is when we're all planning on heading out.
Nadia said that she'll be ready in time for tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about her. She's already started packing while we're here speaking.
Wait, I'm not worried about the fact that she'll be packed or not for the trip. You do realize that this trip is a family trip, and that means that it's just meant to be between us and your parents, right? And, well, you're asking for a random woman to come and join us on this trip that's supposed to be only for the family. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
What do you mean, random person? Nadia is a long-time friend of mine, right? We've known each other ever since we were tiny, and she's always been around me and my family. She's pretty much a sister to me, honestly.
I'm sure to you things may seem that way between you two, but to me, I'm not really that comfortable being around her.
You don't have to be worked up over here. She's not going to do anything to you, and she won't expect anything from you either. She actually happens to be a really outgoing woman, so you and her will get along quite well, to be honest.
This is not about us communicating with one another. Tomorrow is the trip, right? We already made reservations for just 4 people to stay, and there isn't any available room for her. I'm not sure the resort will take too kindly to us just changing the amount of people we'd like to have on our reservation.
I'm sure the resort will be fine with us adding 1 extra person. You think they'd throw a fit over something like that? And when they bring food to our rooms every morning, they can always bring extra so she can have that. You are getting way too worked up over nothing here.
Wait, there is also the car situation. The car will only fit about 4 people into it, so she won't be able to ride with us.
Car situation. Well, let's do this. We can have Nadia ride in the car with us, and you can take the bus there or something.
What?
Well, since there can only be 4 people fit into the car, I'll be the one driving, and I'll have Nadia ride shotgun, and Mum and Dad in the back seats. So you can go ahead and take a bus there, and we'll all meet there once everyone arrives.
What? Why me?
Why you? Because Nadia doesn't know anything about the resort and where it's at. If we have her take the bus there or something, she'd probably get lost on the way. She's not really used to travelling by herself, so it would be best for her to come with me in the car. I think you're far more used to riding buses and travelling on your own, so you go ahead and take one. Don't you feel like that's the best option here?
Huh?
Also, there's this. At the resort, you're going to be with my parents. Remember, we reserved 2 rooms in that suite there, right? 1 for my parents and 1 for you and I. Well, I'm thinking that Nadia and I will share a room, and you can be with my parents. How's that sound?
Huh? Why would you suggest something as stupid as that to me? Don't you think that she should be in a room with your parents and you and I get a room to ourselves? Why, when you and I are husband and wife, do I have to be with your parents?
What's wrong with that? Do you not want to be with my parents?
It's not that I don't want to be with them. Rather, I'm going to be thinking about how you are sharing a room with Nadia. I'm not going to do something like that. And it's not even like these rooms are going to be that big anyway, so I'm going to be smothered by both your mom and dad. This is not okay, Lucas. Anyway, I've already told you we can't just ask the resort to increase the amount of people on the reservation, right? It's too late. I'm sorry, but it's a no-go from me on having Nadia come along with us this time. Now go tell her no.
If I went back to her now and said no, I'd feel terrible for her. She's been looking forward to this trip for the past couple of hours. It's totally fine that we'll be bringing one extra person along. If the resort does have any issues with her coming, then I'll be the one paying for her, all right? That should make you happy, right?
What? When making the plans for this whole trip, you said you wouldn't pay for any of my trip and stay, saying that it was mine to pay for. So I had to use up my bonus from this year to pay for this trip. But when it's for Nadia, you're all in on paying for her to come on the trip.
What's wrong with that? Stop trying to make it seem like you hate all of this. Now, this is all fine with you, right?
No, it's not. Let me tell you right now that Nadia is not just some normal longtime friend of yours. I've heard plenty of times from your mom that in the past you both dated for a while. So in other words, Nadia is your ex-girlfriend, right? What the heck do you think you're doing, bringing your ex-girlfriend on a family trip with both your parents and your wife? I don't think any of this is funny if it's some kind of joke. I do not want her coming along with us.
What's gotten into you? You jealous of her or something? You are such a loser for being jealous of someone like her.
This is not about me being jealous of her. This is the family trip that I had to plan out and then pay for. This is about me wondering why out of all the people you planned to bring along on this trip last minute, you chose to want to bring your ex-girlfriend. And why are we still talking about her as though you want to be around her all the time? I'm your wife. Why do you want her around you all the time on this trip when I'm the person you're supposed to love? This is all completely screwed up.
Oh, you are such a pain in my neck, Iris. I've told you already that Nadia is just a long-time friend of mine now, and that's it. And the only reason we dated in the past is because both of our families are friends with each other. Being around one another all the dang time would lead to us trying out the dating life with one another, right? And let's be honest, you came far later than her in my life. So just give it up and deal with her.
Deal with her? What? You're going to mess up all the plans I worked so hard on making the day before the trip when you never once helped me in any way setting all this up? I had to reserve the resort and pay for all that. I had to reserve all the food and pay for that. And I'm supposedly the one paying for gas. But now you want me to ride the bus there separately and then stay in a room with your mom and dad? You really think I'm just going to deal with all of that? You have no right.
Oh, jeez. You're being so freaking rude now. My mum said this was fine having Nadia join us. I just got off the phone with her a little bit ago, and she said she'd love to have Nadia on the family trip. Even my dad said it would be all right to have her tag along. So right now it's 3-1, and the three of us want her to come along.
Huh? You're telling me that both your parents are fine with all this as well? They're fine with both the car situation and the resort?
Yes, they both are. The only person that's against all of this is you, all right? Can you give up on fighting me on this and just let it be? I think it's best that you stop trying to piss me off any further, all right? I hate having to deal with jealous women with you right now.
Is that so? All right, then. Then go ahead and do whatever you guys want. And as for tomorrow, I'll be taking the bus instead.
Now, was that so hard? You could have just started with all that and we would have been completely fine. Now I'm going to get all your things out of the car and put them in the garage, and I'm going to let Nadia know that she can bring her stuff over whenever to put in the trunk. Thanks, Iris. Hey, wait a minute, Iris. Where is the key to the car? It's not where it normally should be. Right now, everyone is at the house ready to take off. Mom and Dad and Nadia. Since I don't have the key on me, I can't even unlock the car. Did you have any idea where it might have been left?
I happen to have it on me right now. Did you need it?
What? Wait, you're already on the way to the resort now, right? Right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to the resort right now. The bus actually arrived a little earlier than expected, so I'm just here waiting on you guys at the bus stop. And the spare key for the car is also in my purse.
What the hell were you thinking? You have both the car keys on you, which means that all of us won't be able to take the car. How are the four of us supposed to get to the resort now?
Well,
Iris, are you trying to piss me off right now?
who do you think is more pissed off at the moment? I think that I am far more pissed off than you are, and I have been all day. This was the family trip that I put all my time into planning and then had to pay for with all my bonus. And you think that you can just start inviting whoever you want to come along a day before we leave? And what's worse is you wanted to bring along your longtime friend, who also happens to be your girlfriend, and have her ride in the car with you, all while making me take the train? And then you want me sleeping in a small room with both your parents while you and her get to share a bed together? How much more were you going to screw with me like that, you jerk? After something like that, I'm not sure I'll be able to fathom the frickin' nerve you have. And the fact that your parents agreed with you on that says a lot of things to me. So I'm done with you being such a pain in my neck. I'm going to get a divorce from you, and then you can be with your ex-girlfriend all you want.
Well, wait, hold on, a divorce? Wait a second, calm the heck down. Do you have any idea what a divorce even is?
Are you going to keep acting like I don't know what's going on here? I know dang well what a divorce means. It will allow for you to run off with that longtime friend of yours and have the relationship you've both been wanting to have.
Wait, are you freaking kidding me right now? You actually plan on getting a divorce from me now, just over something like this?
Just over something like this? What? You think that what you've been up to is just something simple? I see. So it's just normal for you to go around flaunting your affair in front of my face like that? Well, then that's enough of me putting up with you and your dang family now. I am going to end you all. You, your parents, and that woman you've been cheating on me with.
Wait, cheating on you? Cheating on you with her? I told you that Nadia and I do not have that kind of relationship with one another. I get that we went on a date once before, but right now the two of us are just longtime friends. Nothing else. You're way too crazy about all this stuff.
I am? Do you think that I have no clue about what's been going on with you and her? I have heard a lot from that longtime friend of yours, Lucas, about how when you say you have to work overtime, you're really up to something else. I've heard all the details about it because I receive a text about it every time. Sending me pictures every single time you both are together, bragging about how she gets to be with you.
What?
At the start of all this, I didn't want to think it was anything significant. But recently, things with her have only been getting worse. Sending me pictures of you both sleeping on bed together naked, and some of you both hanging out in different hotel rooms together.
What? Wait, are you serious? No, wait.
I've gone ahead and saved all those pictures to my phone, and now I have all the proof I need of you and Nadia being more than just longtime friends. And not just the photos, but screenshots of her bragging to me about what you both were up to, and recorded voicemails you sent me saying that you'd have to stay at work late again. With all this evidence I have, I could send you right to hell. Go ahead and start getting all your money in order. You're going to need it for the settlement I'm asking for. I plan to get in touch with a lawyer really soon here.
No, hold on for just a minute. You have this all completely wrong, all right? I'm literally nothing to Nadia besides a friend, and that goes both ways with us. You are the woman I love the most, and only you, all right? So, let's just both calm down a bit here. We can both take some time to breathe and talk all this through.
I'm already quite calm, actually, besides the occasional anger. Also, when you say that I'm the woman you love the most, that must mean there is another woman you love the second most, right? And maybe even a third? People that cheat really don't know how to phrase what they want to say properly, do they?
You're wrong. You have this all wrong. Hey, can we please take a moment to discuss all of this in person? We can all get on the bus right now and meet you there to talk this all over.
Well, if you want to come all the way out here, then be my guest. But there's no place for you guys to stay out here, all right?
What? Wait, but we still have the other room, right? We reserved 2 rooms for the 5 of us.
The 5 of us? I only ever reserved 1 room. And it's a larger room for my sister and my parents to all stay in with me. Well, I had always planned for us to all share one large family room, but I didn't want to waste it all on myself. There would also be way too much food for just me to eat, so I asked my parents and my older sister to come out and stay with me. So even if you did come on the next bus, there wouldn't be a room here open for you guys. And since it's the middle of spring break, I'm not so sure you'll find a room at any of the hotels or resorts here. But if you all really want to come out here, then get ready to sleep out in a park somewhere.
What? Iris, that's... You asked your family to come along without asking me for permission first? This is supposed to be a trip for my family to go on.
Wow, have the tables really turned on you or what? Who was the one that invited a complete stranger on this family trip without ever asking me first? Go ahead and get mad at me all you want for this, but this has made us even now. Remember when I said I wasn't going to let this all happen anymore? Well, here we are. I'm no longer taking any of your crap, and I'm going to be serving what you've given me right back.
Wait, no way. I'm telling you that I really have not been cheating on you.
Go ahead and keep saying that to me. I love watching you freak out like a little ant drowning in water. Just know that you saying you've not been cheating isn't going to do anything for you. I have loads of evidence that says otherwise.
No, you seriously are making a huge mistake right now. Just freaking believe me.
All you have to say to me anymore is that I'm the one who's misunderstanding things, and not once have you apologized to me yet. I guess even now, while you're caught red-handed, you still think everything you've done isn't wrong?
Wait, no. Sorry, I made a big mistake this time. I'm so dang sorry for everything I did to you recently.
I asked for an apology from you, not this shallow and heartless BS. When I'm done spending time with my family here, I'll get to work on the divorce. So until then, can you sit tight and be quiet for me? I'm really excited to relax at this amazing resort that I picked out. And I don't need to keep having my phone go off about something that's not my fault.
Wait.
See you, Lucas. From there, I went ahead and turned all notifications from Lucas off and ignored him. I was then able to meet up with my mom, dad, and my sister, and the four of us were able to enjoy the resort, while eating amazing foods and drinking lots of alcohol. I guess it really is the most fun when you go on trips with those you can love and trust. After our stay at the resort was over, I went home with both my parents, and there I got in touch with a lawyer to start working on the divorce. I started showing all the evidence I had of Lucas cheating on me with Nadia, and the whole meeting with my lawyer went by smoother than butter. Both Lucas and his parents came to my parents' house begging for me to not go through with the divorce. But I wasn't going to have it, and made sure to divorce Lucas while also getting a settlement from both him and Nadia. And what do you know? 2 months after the divorce, Lucas and Nadia got married to one another. But when it came to Nadia, she may have been a really good lover to Lucas, but as his wife, she was a no-go. And once again, due to cheating, the relationship they had went cold in half a year. Then Lucas tried to get back in touch with me, trying to get me to come back to his side and marry him. But by that point in time, I was with another man that my older sister had introduced me to. And when I told him I was already married, he shut up and would never talk to me again after that. I really hope he realizes nobody's going to want him around them when he thinks it's all right to invite another woman on a family trip with his wife and parents. Luckily for me, I have a new husband now who is both really kind to me and treats me as though I'm his equal. And from here on, I'm going to forget about that idiot ex of mine and put all my head into thinking about my true love.